So I am on Pixel Studio. I have already created my image. The width is 2000 pixels and the height is 1080 pixels. So now in order to create a diagonal image gallery, the first thing I need to do is to create my first shape. So I'm going to select the shape tool, left click, let's select the rectangle tool. I'm just going to create a rectangle. I'm going to change the color here to a gray color like this so we can see the difference between the canvas here and the rectangle. Let's go to the transform tab down here. Make sure the transform is in the center. Make sure to uncheck the lock aspect ratio. I'm going to change the width to 500, double click, and then just type 500, press enter, so here it is. Make sure the snapping is checked if I left click here. So here are the features I checked. And now let's select the move tool. And now I'm just going to center it vertically, and then I'm just going to place it on the left until it snaps here to the canvas boundaries. And now Ctrl J to duplicate the rectangle. And now hold Shift key down and then move it to the right until the edges here snap. So here it is. And now just hold Ctrl key and J key down to create a duplicate. This will use the power duplicate feature in Affinity. This will create the duplicate at the same distance as the first one. So just press Ctrl J. So here it is, and now Ctrl J again. So here it is, we have our 4 shapes. So now I'm just going to select them, make sure on the move tool. So I'm just going to drag all over them. Just going to scroll up. So I'm just going to place my cursor up here. So now I will be able to skew. So here it is, the shapes, all the layers. I'm just going to move them like this. And now I'm just going to center all my shapes on the canvas. So here it is. And now I'm going to scale up proportionally all the shapes here. Hold Ctrl key and the Shift key down and then scale them up from one of the handles. So I'm going to scale them from this handle, hold Ctrl key and Shift key down and then scale them up until all the shapes here fill the empty canvas here, space, this one here and this one. So here it is, I think I'm okay here. So I'm just going to left click outside to deselect everything. So I'm just going to select my first shape, the shape on the left. I'm going to select the fill tool. So now instead of using the clipping mask to place an image inside my shape, I'm going to use the fill tool. This is a much easier and faster way. So select the shape you want. Make sure the context is filled. And now for the type, I'm going to change it from solid to bitmap. This will open your file explorer and then you will need to choose the image you want to place inside the shape. So I'm just going to select the bitmap, left click on it. So let's say I'm going to use this image here. This one, I'm just going to double click. So here it is. And now the first thing we need to do is to reset the transform. Click on reset on this icon here. And then for the extend, I'm going to change the extend from wrap to 0. And now in order to scale up my image inside my shape, I'm just going to hold Shift key and then move the right handle here to the right. So here it is. If you want to scale it down, just move the right handle here to the left. If you want to move it inside, just move the center handle here, this one here. So here it is. So I'm just going to place it here like this. And now I'm going to select the second shape, this one here. I am still on the fill tool. The context is fill. For the type, I'm going to change it again from solid to bitmap. And this time I'm going to select this image, double click on it. And now just as before, I'm going to reset the transform, click on this icon. And then change the extend from wrap to 0. And now hold Shift key down. And then move the right handle here to the right until it scales up, until it fills all the shape, all the rectangle. And now here you can still move it from the center handle. So I'm just going to leave it here. And now let's select the third shape, this one here. Same thing, make sure still on the fill tool. Context is filled. The type, I'm going to change it to bitmap. So I'm going to select my third image. I'm going to select this one here. And then just as before, reset the transform. and for the extend, change it from wrap to 0. And now hold shift key down and then scale up your layer until it fills the rectangle. Scale it from the right handle, hold shift key down. So I am just going to leave it here. And now for our last shape, I'm going to select our last shape, this one here. I'm still on the fill tool, the context is fill, the type from solid to bitmap. And then I'm going to select my fourth and last image, this one here, double click. I'm going to select the reset here, transform. Change the extent from wrap to 0 and then hold shift key down and then scale it up from the right handle. You can also scale it up from the top handle here, hold shift key down and then scale it up. And then here I'm just going to move the image inside my rectangle like this using the center handle. So here it is. So now I'm just going to select the navigator down here. I'm just going to zoom out by moving the slider to the left. And now let's select the move tool. I'm going to select all the shapes or images. I'm going to place them inside the group. Click on this icon here to place them in group. And then I'm just going to add kind of dividers. You can either use, for example, the rectangle tool, create a rectangle and then rotate it, or the pen tool, or you can just add a outline by using the layer effects. I'm going to select the layer effects. I'm going to select the outline, check it. I'm going to change the color here to white, from black to white. For the alignment, I'm going to change it to center. And then I'm just going to increase the radius. This will show the dividers. So I think I'm going to leave it here. So now let's go to the navigator. I'm just going to zoom in. So now once you're done, if I hide this group layer, so now for example, let's say I'm going to select the rectangle tool. If I create a new shape, as you can see, it will take the image because the fill tool is still on bitmap. So you can either change it from here, the rectangle, as you can see, it is the image in here inside of the color. Instead of the color, I'm going to left click. If I change it to white, so here it is, or red, so it will remove the image, or just go to fill, to the fill tool. This one here, make sure to select the rectangle. Let's go back to the fill tool and then make sure the type here is solid or any other type here instead of bitmap.